Hey Cancer, thanks for checking out your love and romance reading for December 2022. This is for Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You might stumble upon this video at a later time, a few months from now, a few years from now. It's all good. You're going to see it whenever you're meant to see it, whenever it's time for you to hear the messages that are in it. Keep in mind this is a general reading for the collective, so not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. And without further ado, my dears and my darlings, we're going to see what is coming up here for the Cancer Collective. One more shuffle. All right, let's get right on into it. Move you all just a little bit closer. And the first card that's coming up here for the Cancer Collective is the Page of Wands. This could be a youthful or playful fire sign person. Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. There could be a bit of an age difference, or it could just be somebody who's very youthful, very playful, very free-spirited. Page of Wands for me can sometimes be someone that gets you really riled up. And they might be like a spontaneous person, very much living for the moment, very much living for the day. And so there could be a sense here where like they're like, come on, like let's go, like let's do it, let's go for it. Somebody in the relationship needs to keep their wits about them. Somebody in the relationship needs to be thinking about logic. Otherwise, this could be like you go and you have a great time, you have a ton of fun, but it gets carried away. It gets really wild. You spent way too much money and now you're broke. Or you uh there's some things on camera, there's some things on video you wish there wasn't, it could just be something where you're really in the moment, you're really having a good time, and then next thing you know, you're like, man, I wish I hadn't done that. So somebody's got to think, somebody's got to say, okay, I'm gonna have fun, but I'm gonna know my limits. Sometimes when we're rolling with a Page of Wands kind of person, we need to be aware of our limits and make sure that we're enforcing our limits, because this person's going to be like, go, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. And sometimes we go a little too far. Kind of like if I don't know if any of you, when you were younger, maybe you had a friend in school that always got you into trouble. Maybe you were that friend for somebody else. Maybe you all would end up in the principal's office all the time, and they're like, how did you talk me into, doing what we did? And sometimes that can be that kind of element here with the Page of Wands. This could also be a muse or a source of inspiration, somebody who's like getting you your creative juices going. Maybe you're getting your artistic endeavors up and going again. Maybe you are feeling inspired in your life to do things or to make changes. They may be helping you to see the world in a fresh new kind of way. It could be a very inspired energy as well with the Page of Wands. The next card that's coming up here for the Cancer Collective, wow, we got lots of fire, is the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands can be very hot and spicy energy here. This could be, again, a fire sign person, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. If you have fire sign placements, you may be very much in that element in the month of December. Or you could be working on those houses or areas of your life and meeting a significant love partner, or receiving benefits in your love life as you're working on those endeavors. Now, the Queen of Wands is the life of the party. She's very funny. She's very exciting. She's very independent. She's very charismatic. And some of you may be stepping into this energy or meeting somebody with the Queen of Wands characteristics or qualities. With the Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands, there's a lot of physical energy here. There's a lot of like hot, passionate energy here. It almost feels to me with this Page of Wands, something starting off very playful, maybe like just flirtatious playing around, and then you've got a fire on your hands, right? You were playing with matches and now you got a fire on your hands. So what this feels to me like, Cancer, is like, if you don't mean it, or if you're not ready to deal with what may arise, don't play with the matches. Don't play with the matches. Because maybe you're just having a good time. Maybe you're just playing around. But I feel like here, like, this is heat that's going to grow and get stronger and maybe get out of hand. So, for example, maybe this is somebody that you're saying, oh, they're younger than me. I'm not going to take them seriously. I'm just playing around. You could end up with a stage 5 clinger on your hands. You could end up with this person rocking your world and being very persistent and being like, I'm going to show you that even though I'm younger, I'm still grown. I'm still, I'm still capable of giving you what you need. This person could become very persistent. And if you are somebody who's in a relationship, this could end up being like a nightmare for you, right? Or if you're in a work dynamic, this could be an employee that is like under your supervision, and you just think you're messing around, you're just playing around, and now you've got a problem. What are you going to do if people start talking? What are you going to do if somebody goes and reports that? Now you could have an issue at work. So I feel here that you're being asked to think carefully about a situation where you're just playing. You're just playing, you're just having fun. You just think that it's it's just something to pass the time, or it's just a confidence boost. It could get serious. It could get serious rather quickly. And so I feel like you need to be cautious here. Especially if this is somebody that you're working with, because even if it's not a situation where it's like you could get in trouble because it's somebody that works beneath you. So maybe it's not like a power dynamic. Maybe you're not a supervisor and they can't get you on those grounds. But like, there could be spouses showing up at the workplace. Like, I know somebody's messing around with my partner. Who is it? Right? I just, again, I feel like it's all fun and games until it's not. And it's like, don't start it if you don't have what it takes to see it through. That's right off the bat. That's what these two cards coming together are telling me. Okay. The next card that's coming up here for the Cancer Collective is the Six of Wands. Victory, overcoming challenges, overcoming obstacles, beating out the competition, getting what you want. So maybe this is Cancer, maybe this is some of you. Maybe some of you are very persistent, and maybe typically you're not that way, but you may be feeling the Sagittarius season. You may be feeling that fiery energy, and you may be feeling like, I want this and I'm going for it. So maybe you're the one who's being persistent, but some of you could have someone that's being very persistent after you. I feel a sense of persistence and a sense of passion. I would even say a sense of just all out lustiness. Like somebody's thinking with what's below the belt. Somebody's thinking with what's in what's in their pants. Somebody's thinking about physical connection, physical attraction, physical chemistry. And I just feel a very passionate, lusty energy here. And I almost want to say like somebody who's not taking no for an answer, but I don't mean someone who's like forcing you, more so somebody who's like wearing you down. So either you're very determined about somebody, or somebody's very determined about you. And if somebody's very determined about you, you might say, oh, never in a million years. I'm in a relationship. I'm just joking. It's just banter. It's just playfulness. Uh, you're going to have a very hard time shaking this person. So again, don't start it if you're not going to see it through. Because I feel strong persistence and strong desire. Yeah, it feels intense. It feels like an intense attraction, an intense fling, an intense love affair. The next card that's coming up here for the Cancer Collective is the King of Cups. Now feelings are coming into play. We started off with attraction, we started off with passion. We just started off playing around, flirting, and then the fire got lit, and now here come the feelings. Now we're catching feelings. So, like I said, it's all fun and games till it's not. This is not a joke. This is not a joke, and this is not to be played with. King of Cups could be you in your beautiful water sign energy. You could be dealing with another water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. But there's a sense of love and affection here. There's a sense of love and affection here. I do feel that if one of these parties is I don't like this glare. I do feel that if one of these parties is a married man, a married male, there may be a lot of temptation here, but I don't feel that this married male, even with catching feelings, I don't feel that this married male would leave his marriage. I feel that this is somebody very committed to their marriage. They may have a really hard time resisting this temptation, but even if they were to give in to the temptation, I don't feel the married male would leave his marriage. And so this could be something also to keep in mind. Maybe you feel like you have a strong connection with someone, and you may. And maybe you're thinking, if I'm persistent, if I go for them enough, if I'm patient, sooner or later they're going to choose me. Even if there's problems in the relationship, you might say, they're not happy, I'm going to make them happy, then they're going to want to be with me, and they're going to leave the karmic, and they're going to choose me. I don't feel this person's going to leave their spouse if this is a married man. And I will say this, it is possible to have an intense connection with somebody. It is possible to have a strong soulmate or past life connection with somebody. And we might feel, when we feel that connection, we might feel that this is like the answer to my prayers. I've been praying for this person, and this person's here. They're with the wrong person, but this person's here. You know, God, universe, whatever you want to call it, is not going to send you someone else's spouse. So maybe there's a connection, but if you all are meant to be together, then you're going to be able to explore that and move forward when that person finishes their business with the person. But in this aspect, getting things going while one or both partners is married could lead to disaster. And it would not lead to spouses leaving their spouses to be together. It would not lead to these two parties leaving their spouses to marry one another. Maybe one of them is ready to, but I feel here someone is staying committed to a marriage despite temptation. And maybe this could be heartache for someone because you feel a strong connection and you're the one being persistent. Or maybe the married person is being very persistent after you. And you might think, man, they really want to be with me. They're so persistent. But they want you, but they're not leaving their relationship. And then you might be upset about that. Well, that puts me in a bad situation. I don't want to be the third party. You put me in a third party situation. So I'm just going to say this. If one of the partners is married, this could get messy. This could get intense. But I don't feel that they will leave their spouse. The next card that's coming up here for the Cancer Collective is Judgment. So this is big decision. So if we don't have marriage, you're single, they're single, someone's messing around, it's getting serious, it's getting intense, and then we're getting feelings, we're catching feelings, and you could have someone who's like down on bended knee. Cancer, marry me. Cancer, be with me. Cancer, choose me, pick me. And now you have a big decision because this is someone that you have an intense connection with. that you never intended on being with. And what are you going to do? Because now it's taking you in a different direction. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is something that I feel is taking you out of uh it's taking you out of your schedule. It's taking you out of your plan, and it's redirecting you. And for some of you, you may be unhappy about this because you had a plan and you had an idea of where you were going, and now it may feel as though you're giving something up for this relationship. Maybe some of you are having to resign from a job because of this connection or this relationship, and maybe you were making a lot of progress on this job. Maybe you had a career goal and now you're sacrificing that career goal for this connection or for this relationship. So I would just say this: when you have this little spark, you have this little flirtation with this person, and ask yourself, if this got really serious and this person wanted to be with me, what would I have to give up? And then ask yourself, okay, if I had an intense connection and intense feelings with this person, would it be worth me giving up what I would have to give up? If your answer is yes, then perhaps you'd like to explore the connection. But if the answer is no, then don't. Don't start something you can't finish, because it's gonna get out of hand. In terms of passion is gonna bubble over, and then the feelings, and then like wanting to be together. I feel that for some of you, I'm going to be very honest with you, Cancer. I feel for some of you, you're feeling a sense of shame or embarrassment because people might be looking at this person as very attractive. They could be a lot younger than you. And so you might feel like people are looking at you like you're the pervy person in the situation. Like you took advantage of a younger person, or you are coming in and you're being sugar mama or sugar daddy, or this person's only with you because of like what you're providing for them, or oh, you're getting used. Like, I feel like you feel embarrassed of what other people are thinking about why you must be together. And maybe that's something for you to visit and say, hey, I need to put my negative ego aside and I need to allow myself to enjoy the connection I have with this person and the love that I have with this person. This is a general reading. Your circumstances are going to be different. But I would just say there's a lot to consider here. There's a lot to consider. There's a lot to ponder, because something you weren't taking seriously is all of a sudden becoming very real and very serious. And it's changing your course. It's changing your direction. You may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus sign. Some months your other placements might resonate more than whatever placement this may happen to be for you. There is a link in the description that will take you to the playlist, so you'll be able to find the other videos quickly and easily and watch them. If you would like to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description that will take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there, okay? I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous December. Hope to see you in the weeklies and dailies on the channel, but if not, do come back and check out the January reading. Take care and be well, my darlings.